Well, good evening. I was just sitting here thinking some things, and one of the things I always enjoyed was coming home after work, and the family and I was sitting at the table. Quite often, my late wife made a point of it for everybody to be at the table. And these days, it's even harder to be at the table, especially if you're bringing them stupid cell phones and you got the TV on. And I'm just as guilty in some areas, but yet I still realize sometimes you want, and some of you are worried about what's happening with your kids and stuff. And well, the best time to get to know them is at the dinner table. Make a good meal, but it's got to be habit, and it's something you got to do is make that, or if you're in the South, you got to make supper count, you know what I mean? And the days you have with your kids are really numbered. I mean, maybe you're one of those parents that don't want to be around your kids, and you shouldn't have been a parent in the first place, or maybe you just got some mental issues or emotional issues, and you just need Jesus. That's all there is to it. You need to get over your drinking alcohol or drugs and get before the Lord and become the mom or dad you're supposed to be, and instead of making excuses and blaming everybody about your own problems and faults. Sometimes the world is, you look at a serving tray and, oh, that's my rear end on that serving tray, and you see it going by, and like, yeah, gotta get your butt kicked. But life is short, man, and kids are pretty cool. They really are. I mean, sons and daughters, and they can have issues, and they can be certain days, there's always those challenges. But if you make memories with your kids, whether it's the holidays or camping or doing different things, and that carries over, but the meal time where you sit there, pray before the meal, go before the Lord, teach your kids to be thankful. And man, a husband, I don't care if you've been out working all day and you feel you're beat. That woman's been there with the kids, or maybe she has a job too. And, maybe you need to step up and help. If she's been cooking the meal, you might want to help do the dishes or work together so you got some free time. I've been around some husbands and they're complaining, my wife never has any time for me. I don't know. Why don't you step up and help her with the kids or the dishes or some of the housework? Well, I work. You're an idiot. She's working too. Sometimes it's kind of rough taking care of those kids. That's a job. It'll take it out of you. But the idea is for you guys to be a team and to be a family, and your kids need to see you work together and get along. And sometimes they do need to be an argument. But man, nobody wants to walk around on eggshells, being, whether it's a mom or a dad. Everybody's afraid to watch you explode because the world didn't go the way you wanted it to, and I'm the boss around here, and no, you're the ass around here is what you are, and make everybody miserable. You gotta, and some of the women, it's like, you think you're so beautiful that, you just, your farts don't stink. Well, congratulations, they do. And beauty's only a short time, by the way. You can do cosmetic surgery, and I was just thinking today, you can have somebody, they have all the money and they spend it on one plastic surgery after another, and on the outside, maybe you are looking better and you are looking beautiful, but it doesn't always change, forgive my language, the bitch you are on the inside. You're still just a horrible person. So there's a lot of times you can have someone that's beautiful on the inside. You may not be the prettiest girl in the world, but you definitely are the prettiest girl in the world, because your heart just shines and people want to be around you, and you got friends and family that love you and care for you, and you make a difference, but you got somebody, you're just chasing something that's, no matter what, you're going to get wrinkled, no matter what, you're going to get old, and no matter what, one of these days, unless you developed proper relationship with your kids or your nieces or nephews, what are you going to have? You're going to have nothing, and we're all going to get old. It's nice to enjoy the beauty and the gifts that you have while you're young, but it boils down to it. It's like you can see the world right now really trying to destroy family. That's the main thing they hate, is mom, dad, kids, maybe grandma, grandpa, uncles, aunts, family. Because what are you taking with you out of this world? You're not taking some Lambo. You're not taking a big old bar of gold. You know, the Word of God talks about leaving an inheritance for your grandkids. So that's one of the things. Material things are nice. I like material things. I like a good paycheck myself. But it's just temporary. And so some days sitting around a good barbecue, even I've fallen short and made mistakes, and maybe that's what I'm sharing with you, my mistakes. And but I try my hardest to be a good dad and to be the best dad I can be. Not a perfect dad, just best I can be. I don't think any dad's perfect. At least I never met one. But you know, a lot of times a good dad raises good kids, and even if a kid goes south, you want to be there for them. You want to love them and encourage them. You know, a lot of times kids boomerang. They go back out and they do bad things, whether they get into drugs. And if you close the door, I mean, sometimes they steal. Sometimes you do have to close some doors, but you got to let them know it. You know, there's an opportunity to come back. But it all starts with the dinner table, the TV being off, not being in a hurry to turn on the TV or watch the news or sports or something else. But while you're sitting there enjoying that meal, is the kids feeling important. You know, maybe they don't have the best conversation skills at a certain age, but you know, it don't last long. I look around and I got my babies in their 30s and 20s, and not too many little ones. They're all grown up. Some of my babies have babies of their own. My daughter's got 3 kids, and she's pretty active. So, but it is a good time, and it's nice to have a wife that holds everything together. But you know, that's another opportunity to stand up and be a man. Is if you do have a wife that has health issues, and sometimes you pick up the slack. You know, I washed dishes, I cooked, I cleaned the house. Quite often I had OCD, though, with occasional cleaning disorder. But I tried. And, you know, when she was sick or not feeling good, I tried to step up. You know, I had a job, too, and I helped to take care of the kids, and I did what I needed to do. And it wasn't always easy, you know. I was there to chemo treatments quite often, and it's difficult to watch someone that you love suffer and go through the hardship and the effect that it has on the whole family. But when things are healthy and you got that opportunity to enjoy a good meal, maybe not every night, but as much as you can, turn off those cell phones, you know. And one good thing about a meal and turning off the TV and all that electronic stuff is if things do go south and maybe the power goes off for any time, and you guys sit there and learn how to play table games, you know, learn how to do things the old-fashioned way, and you know, card games, Uno, there's different things out there, and your kids might enjoy it, and you might enjoy it too. You know, getting back to just family things and making a difference. So, anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy the table. Bye-bye.